spiritual illiteracy. Do you know, as people can be academically illiterate? I mean, they are illiterate, they don't know things concerning academics. The worst is when people don't know things concerning things about the spirit. I welcome you very specially to these evening reflections on what I have called the dangers of silent indoctrination, or the power of silent indoctrination. I will be talking about it interwovenly, the dangers and the power and the dangers of silent indoctrination. Ignorance is a major disease of humanity. Ignorance. Even God himself said that his people, he said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Ignorance is a major disease, whether it is spiritual ignorance or academic ignorance or any form of ignorance is a major disease. And knowledge is a major power. Knowledge is key. Whatever you are doing and you do not know how to do it, you cannot do it. Whatever you should do and you don't know how it is done, you can't do it. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is extremely key. Knowledge is access to get things done. Knowledge is power to get things done. Knowledge is key. So when we do not know many things, we blame ourselves, or we blame God, or we blame many things. No, knowledge is key. There is something called silent indoctrination, unconscious indoctrination. First, what is indoctrination? Indoctrination is to bring you to the point where you begin to do something unconsciously, where you begin to do something involuntarily. Is to bring you to the point, to lead you to the point where you believe in something, begin to do it without you knowing that you are even doing it. It becomes part of your everyday system. That is indoctrination. Indoctrination is not only a religious term, it is also a general term. You can be indoctrinated into anything. You can be hooked up into believing in what you should not believe. You see, indoctrination is bringing you to the point you believe in something and it becomes part of your involuntary actions, part of your reflex actions. That is indoctrination. So there's something called silent indoctrination, quiet indoctrination. There's something like that. But before I talk about what is silent indoctrination, I want to let you know that every human functions like a machine. Every human being functions like a machine. And in every machine, there is a system. Go and check. Every machine, there is a system. It is the system that work together to produce the effects that you call machine. It's a coming together of systems that you call machine. Okay, look at your physical body. There are cells, there are tissues, there are organs, and when they come together, they form systems of your body. If you do not know this, you will not understand how the body functions. And so those who study the body, they study the systems of the body. The point I'm trying to make is that the entire earth is made of systems. Including you. You are made of systems. See, there are many things God will not come to do for us. He has already done. And until we learn the systems that operate those things, we can never make progress in them. So that is why I say many times that many people do not understand the place of religion. And the way they take these things, they place themselves in a place where they are like God, where are you? No, God will always be God on his throne forever. But you need to understand the systems he has placed in the earth. You need to understand the systems he has placed in the earth for you to govern the earth. You need to understand the system. Now, the things I'm sharing with you now is important for you to understand the power of indoctrination. You need to understand the systems that he has put in the earth to govern the earth. If you don't understand it, things will be so difficult. Religion is good if it is used for good. But religion can be very bad if it is used to wrongly indoctrinate people. For example, when they tell you that everything that happens in your life is by God, that's not true. That's a lie. You have a part to play in the direction your life in the earth will take. And they tell you that every good is by God and every bad is by God. That's not true. That's not true at all. Are we going to give account on what we do? Yes, to God. But is God the one doing everything we do through us? No. No, it is not. Absolutely not. So what is silent indoctrination? Silent indoctrination means that you are a system. You are a system that responds to the things you see, hear, touch, perceive without knowing it. It is not everything you see and hear and perceive that you know about. There are many things you hear that you don't quickly take conscious of. Listen, you are a system that your environment, whether you know it or not, will affect you. You are a system that the words you hear, whether you know it or not, will affect. You are a system, whether you know it or not, the people you associate with will affect. So there are many things that will shape you without your know if you do not take conscious effort to place yourself in the right environment where wrong things will not influence you. If you constantly stay in an environment of negativity and say, it doesn't matter, I am not negative, no matter how negative they are, believe me, with time, droppings of that negativity will take over you. If you constantly stay in an environment of wickedness and you say, I'm not wicked, it doesn't matter. No, with time, droppings of that wickedness will take over you, because what you see, what you hear, what you perceive, without you knowing it, has a way of indoctrinating you. This is a deep understanding. I pray that you catch it. Many things will indoctrinate you without knowing it. So what is the solution? The solution is that you must be careful with your environment. You must be careful with the words you expose yourself to. You must be careful with the things you expose your eyes, your ears, and all the outlets of your body to, because the things you expose yourself to, many of it will drop on you, and before you know, you begin to behave it. You begin to behave it. You see, so there is something called silent, quiet, underground indoctrination that you must fight. Parents, be careful with who, where you expose your children to. You, an adult, be careful on who, where you expose yourself to. If you don't know this, you'll be wondering at a point in your life things are not working and you're wondering why. It is because you are a spirit. You are a system. There are many things you've accumulated that is now producing, and it is attracting things that are not good for you, and you're wondering why. See, you are not just a system, you're a spiritual system. And you have an attractive force inside of you that attracts things. Your imaginations is a center of attraction. So if you stay in a place where your imagination is being influenced by negativity, your imaginations will be negative. If you stay in a place where your imagination is full of sorrow, poverty, your imagination will be full of sorrow and poverty. This is the reality. This is not joke. You can change the course of your next 10 years if you know this and begin today. The course of your next 10 years, you can change it now if you know this and begin to implement it today. Your imagination is a system. It's a spiritual system of force that can attract and change things for you. Your imagination. So you are a system. So you can indoctrinate yourself to become who you want. Yes, you can. You can indoctrinate yourself to become who you want. It can take a little time, but with intensity and intentionality, you become who you want with time. Time is one of the greatest resources on earth. Time. You can indoctrinate yourself. So the music you listen to, the people you associate with, the places you go, they are very important. The films you watch, the books you read. As you read the books, watch the films, the internet you surf, the people you fellowship with, they are key to what you become in the next 10 years. You know why? Because there are part of them. See, everyone you keep fellowshipping with, after a while, a part of that person will drop on you, whether you know it or not. That's why you see sometimes, you see some people, when they go to, you see young people, when they go to the university, after 6 months, 1 year, they come back, you see them, their walking steps will change, the way they talk will change, the way they reason they change. They have associated with other people. I know human beings are spirits, and a droppings of those people have dropped on them. So they have been quietly indoctrinated without being aware. So be careful on the books you read. Be careful on the internet you surf. Be careful on the films you watch. Oh, sure. The films you watch, very important. Very, very important. The films that you watch. Can I shock you on this? Be careful on even on the church you go to. Somebody will say, I thought you're a pastor. Yes. Don't go to a church that does not contain elements of who you want to be. Don't quote this anywhere. Don't go to any church that does not contain elements of who you want to be. Majority of the people in the place are people you don't want to be. Don't go there. Don't go to such church. Don't go to a church that does not contain elements, philosophies, messages of who you want to be. Don't go to a church that does not propagate messages, philosophies of who you want to be. The power of silent indoctrination. You can indoctrinate yourself to become who you want to be. I wish you have something to write this down. You can indoctrinate yourself to become who you want to be. Yes, you can. You can indoctrinate yourself to become who you want to be. Can you sit down and say, in the next 5-10 years, who do I want to be? And you sit down and say, what are the environments, spiritual and physical environment I should expose myself to? And you begin to expose yourself to those environments by reading, by watching, by listening, by association. By reading, by watching, by listening, by association. By reading, by watching, by listening, by association, and by thinking. By reading, by watching, by listening, by association, and by thinking. Let me repeat that. By reading, by watching, by watching, by listening, by thinking, and by association. And you begin to associate yourself in those 5 areas. You will see in the next 5 to 10 years, you will be amazed who you become. You'll be so amazed who you become. I want you to know that there's power in indoctrination, and you can indoctrinate yourself right. See, When you started growing up as a little child, your parents did some job over you. Maybe bad, maybe good. They may have done bad bad job of indoctrination. Okay, they finished. They couldn't do more than they did. They did the little they knew. Now it's your time. Now it's your time. How are you indoctrinating yourself? How are you setting the path that you are following? How are you setting the path that you are following? How? How are you setting the path that you're following? What are the books you read? What is the internet you consume every day? What is the sound you listen to? Life is spiritual. Don't let anybody deceive you. Those who come online or those who come offline and tell you that, hey, leave these religious people, they go back and they go and do some spiritual stuff out there. You do not know. I am telling you, life is very spiritual. Living in the earth is very spiritual. So you need to know how to live here. Living in the earth is very spiritual. You need to learn how to live here. It's not just knowing you, because you cannot know when you don't learn. Learn how to live here and you will be a success. You'll be a success. Indoctrinate yourself. Teach yourself how to follow, and follow that path steadily. Indoctrinate yourself. There's power in indoctrination. Indoctrinate yourself. Hook up yourself to the path you should follow and stay there. You become who you want. Except you don't care who you become. Except you really don't care who you become in your life. Except whatever happens, no problem, no wahala, no wahala. Okay, no problem. So whatever happens, except you believe in luck or by chance. Okay. Okay. If you believe in luck or you believe in chance, I leave you to that. But if you believe in success, if you believe in progress, if you believe in fulfillment of destiny, if you believe that you are here to empty what has been put inside of you before you go, do you understand? Listen, you need to get yourself indoctrinated. It doesn't matter how good or bad your parents' job of raising you may have been. You have a job to do over yourself. In fact, no matter how good your parents' job of raising you may be, if you do not do your own job of indoctrinating yourself right, whatever your parents did may never be enough. Take that to bank. If you do not do your job of indoctrinating yourself, no matter how good your parents may have raised you, you may never go far. So, you see, people are doing very well. Go and check. Yes, their parents gave them a good leverage, but they took it up and they followed it up. Self-indoctrination. There's power in indoctrination. Let me capture what I'm saying again. What I'm saying is, there is something called silent indoctrination. Silent indoctrination. Silent. Things that will be shaping you without you knowing it if you don't intentionally remove yourself. Everywhere you go, the sounds, the sights will affect you consciously and unconsciously. I didn't say consciously or unconsciously. I said consciously and unconsciously. The sounds around you, the sights around you. What's the sound? Things you hear. What's the sight? Things you see. Will affect you consciously and unconsciously. So what should you do? Because that's a dangerous thing. Choose where you appear, especially where you appear to stay for a while. When you come to a place and you be sensitive that it's not the place you should be, remove yourself immediately. Remove yourself instantly. Remove yourself instantly. When you come to a place and it is not a place you should be, take off yourself on the spot. Take off yourself on the spot. You say it. Take off yourself on the spot. It will do you a great deal of favor. You take off yourself. And when you come to a place and it is your kind of place, stay there and soak up every good thing in that place. It will change you. It will bless you. There is power in Indoctrination. How have you indoctrinated yourself, or how are you indoctrinating yourself right now? How are you indoctrinating yourself? How are you setting up the path you should follow? How? Please share with us. Share with us if you have questions, if you have ideas on the comment section. Let us know what you think about the power of silent indoctrination. Let us know. Let us know what you think about the power of silent indoctrination. Please let us know. Let us know, please. What do you think about the power of silent indoctrinations? Do you know sometimes many people, they don't know why they behave the way they behave. They think it is God that gave them all their behavior. Can I shock you? Greater percentage of your behavior is not from God. It's from your environment, human environment, physical environment. Your behavior, the way you behave, is not from God. It's from you. From those who raised you. From those that you've been associating with all your years. You are lazy. No be God make you lazy. You are hardworking. No be God make you hardworking. You don't know that you are hardworking is not from God, and that you are lazy is not from God. It's from your environment. If there is anything at all that is from God, is that you be a success, because God is a success. Don't you see God's word? Beautiful. God's word is beautiful. God's word is beautiful. Everything beautiful. Have you gone out in the morning to look at the beauty of the earth at the rising of the sun? It is not God that makes anybody failure or anybody successful. It is you. God prepared you for success from the beginning. God made you a success from the beginning. Do you get that? So it is now left for you to know the system that will help you bring this success to fall. And that system is called indoctrination. It's called indoctrination. You see it? It's called indoctrination. Wow. It's called indoctrination. So you can become, look, between now and the next 10 years, I don't know how old you are. Can you say to yourself, this is who I want to be? Then you become sensitive to your environment, human environment, physical environment, emotional environment, mental environment, I mean. Human environment, physical environment, mental environment. These three environments are key. Of course, spiritual environment. I hope you know there's a spiritual environment and you carry it around. Physical environment, mental environment, human environment, spiritual environment. I will explain. Human environment, who are the people around you? Who are the people you share time with frequently? That's human environment. Where you live and the people you associate with all the time, that's human environment. Physical environment, the physical place where you are. What are the things they do in that place? Do you know it will drop on you? Mental environment, what are the materials you consume, like books? Mental environment, what are the things you read? What are the things you study? Spiritual environment, of course, what are the things, spiritual things you do? The church you go to, the kind of prayer, the religion you belong to, those are spiritual matters. Those things will shape you. They are the things that will produce who you become in the next 10 years. It is not God. God has made you a success from the beginning. Before you were conceived, God made you a success. God made you a success. Oh, Jesus. See, you are already a success. You are not going to be a success. As I speak to you now, even if you have no food to eat since yesterday, you are still a success. Even if you have not eaten, even if you don't have a house to live, even if you are begging on the road, no matter your situation, you are a success. What you need is knowledge. Have you wondered why? Bible, Bible says, he said, my people. The Bible did not say a people. The Bible did not say some people. The Bible did not say just people. He said, my people. God said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. For lack of knowledge. You lack this knowledge that things shape you. Then you expose yourself to the very things that are destroying you and wondering why you are not making progress. Every day you are staying with people when you play Ludo or you play draft. People who are talking failure, talking negative, talking emptiness, talking bitterness. How are you going to make progress? It's not possible. Because your mental environment is being polluted, destroyed, just messed up. You cannot make progress that way. It's not possible. No matter how much progress you've made, when you come to the midst of such people, you will retrogress, you will go down. You know why? Because you are being wrongly indoctrinated. You are indoctrinated to failure. Please stay in an environment that you've been indoctrinated to success. Success is not money. Success is knowledge that will be translated to money. I like that. Success is not money. Success is knowledge that will be translated to money and be translated to other things. I hope you know that success, it can be translated to health, wealth, wisdom, and favor, many things. You see, so you can become who you want to be. You can. It doesn't matter how. You know, I just noticed. I bought a new phone some time ago, and when I bought that phone, it was so challenging on operating it. A little bit a high technology phone. So I was like, I was so used to the other phone that was a lower phone. So many times I would not use the new phone. I just drop it, you know, because I didn't know how to use it. But after I was there, how could I spend so much money to buy this phone and I'm not using it? So I started trying. I noticed that the more I try, the better I become. The more I try, the better I become. Until suddenly it became my best phone. It became my best phone. What am I trying to say? Listen, you are a machine. You're a machine. The more you keep studying yourself, keep using yourself, keep applying yourself, the better you become. Don't be discouraged by your initial failures, because when you begin, you will encounter initial failures. In our language, we call it initial gra-gra. You will encounter initial gra-gra. Keep studying yourself, keep using yourself. There's a message I have on this channel where I said, study yourself to know yourself. You study yourself, you know yourself, you use yourself. Study yourself, understand yourself, deploy yourself. Study yourself, understand yourself, deploy yourself. Those words, study yourself, understand yourself, deploy yourself. If you don't intentionally study yourself, you will never understand yourself. If you don't understand yourself, you cannot deploy yourself. You cannot put yourself to use. Many people do not study themselves, therefore they don't understand themselves, and because they don't understand themselves, they cannot utilize themselves, and they are wondering why they are not making progress. Do you understand me now? They don't study themselves intentionally. Remember that life must be lived intentionally, purposefully, intentionally. See, don't live your life by chance. Don't live your life by luck. Don't live your life by, okay, now so others, they don't know. No, know where you are heading to. Live your life intentionally. And to live your life intentionally, you must study yourself. What are your peculiarities? What are the things you want? What are the things you need to move on to where you want to go to? Study yourself. Understand yourself. Put yourself to use. Put yourself to use, and you will be amazed. You'll be so amazed how your life will be a wonder. It will be a beauty. Don't be distracted. Don't be discouraged by the initial failures. There will be initial failures. Trust me, there will be. There will be initial failures. Trust me. There will be initial failures. There's going to be a pushback. Trust me, there will be a pushback. Oh, when I learned this, I was so happy. Because many times, I'm a pastor, and many times I will do things, there's a pushback. I say, Lord, why? The Lord said, keep doing it. There's what I call the spirit of the concrete nail. The spirit of the concrete nail. When you hit the concrete will hit back. But the nail will say, no, you hit the nail again, the concrete will hit back. But finally, believe me, the nail will overcome the concrete. But it depends on the one driving the nail. I call it the spirit of the concrete nail. See, you will excel, you will succeed, but you need to understand, one, there is something called secret or silent indoctrination. Indoctrinate yourself to the path you want to follow. Indoctrinate yourself to the path you want to follow. It does not matter how wrong or how poor the job of your parents was over you. Now that you have opportunity to make progress, indoctrinate yourself right. 2, you are a system, you are a machine. Study yourself, understand yourself. Do you know that if you don't understand yourself, it is difficult for others to understand you? If you don't understand yourself, it is so difficult for others to understand you. Do you know that? Understand yourself. And in understanding yourself, understand your strength, understand your weaknesses. Listen, your problem is not your weaknesses. Your problem is that you don't understand your weaknesses. Oh, I like this one. Your problem is not your weaknesses. Don't let anybody deceive you. We all have weaknesses. In fact, your weakness is actually supposed to be a part of your strength. Do you know that somebody is somewhere waiting for that your weakness? Oh, you'll be shocked to hear this. That thing you call your weakness, it's supposed to be a part of your strength. So the problem is not the weakness. The problem is to understand the weakness. If you understand the weakness, you will overcome it. And when you overcome it, the story of how you overcome it will become a blessing to someone suffering. So your weakness has become a blessing to someone. That's what I mean. I like it. I like it. I like it. The story of how you navigated. And you cannot navigate when you don't understand. So first, understand your weakness. When you understand your weakness, and you know that this weakness is not helping me make progress, the hunger will well up inside of you on how to come out of it. And God knows how to supply the energy. He will give you the energy to come out of it. And as you come out of it, you will tell your story. And people will watch you. You used to be terrible before, but now you are great. You used to be down before, now you are up. And as you tell your story will energize someone else. And your story will motivate, your story will inspire someone else to come out of his troubles too. It may not be your kind of trouble, but at least that person will know, if you came out from your own, I can come out from my own. And as that person comes out of his own, you see, your story has become a blessing. So your weakness, in a sense, has become a blessing. So the problem is not your weakness, because all of us, we all have our weaknesses. The problem is not the weakness. The problem is not understanding our weaknesses. So you must understand your strength, understand your weaknesses, and understand how to come out from your weakness and how to deploy your strength. You must understand how to come out from your weakness and deploy your strength. Your focus must always be more on your strength. That's what the Lord has taught to me. That's what I do every day. I put all my energy on my strength, and I do not allow my weakness to swallow me. No, my weakness will never swallow me. No, 1,000 times no. Because that person out there that is a success, he too, she too has his weakness too. So his weakness did not swallow him, did not swallow her. Mine will not swallow me. So I do not put my focus on weaknesses. I put my focus on my strength. What is that area of my strength? What is that area of my strength that I can use, I can deploy to bless, to bless, to bless, and to bless? I will focus on it. So when you study yourself, you understand yourself, and you deploy yourself, you'll be the success you want to be. you be the success you want to be. And I know this never failed, this will never fail, this cannot fail, because it's the way of God, it's the system of God. You're a success. You listening to me, it doesn't matter where you are right now, who you are right now, you are a success. You are a success. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the religion. See, be careful. I have a video I talked about why I don't like religion. Because religion will not allow you to understand these things I'm sharing with you. Religion will not allow you to understand these things I'm sharing with you. You are a success. You are a great success. Oh, beautiful. So now, have a roadmap. Where do you want to be in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years? Where do you want to be? Decide your environment. Do you know you can create your environment? Create your human environment. Create your physical environment. Create your spiritual environment. Create your mental environment. Yes, you can create all these environments. You can create it. Your physical environment, you can decide where to live. Don't live in a place where people are always negative, where people are always pessimistic, where people are always backwards in their thinking. No, don't do that. Make a choice to stay in a place where the human environment is in the direction of where you want to be. You can create your spiritual environment. For example, don't go to a church that does not preach the message that resonates with you. No, why are you there? Don't go there. Don't ever be in an environment where the message and the philosophy is not resonant with you. Don't go to a school, or don't study a course, or don't read something that does not connect to you mentally. Don't read books. Don't surf internet. Don't expose yourself to academic materials that are not in your direction. See, we are not all the same. You know what resonates with you. Follow that path. So create your environment. Create your environment. Even a physical place. Don't live in a, for me, I hate dirty environments. I possibly cannot live in a dirty environment, in a dirty environment. So that's what I mean, that you can create your environment. By that, you are positively indoctrinating yourself. God bless you. Your life is beautiful. Oh, sure, your life is beautiful. You know, many times when I tell people progress only, they say, how? Things are not working. You can make it work. You can make it work. Some other time we're going to share more. One of the things I will share with you is the location of your spiritual world. You know where it is? Follow me. Please join us on this channel. Subscribe and watch our videos, and God will bless you. I will show you the location of your spiritual world. Have you ever wondered, where is the spiritual world? People tell you in the realm of the spirit, where is the place? I will tell you where it is. Would you want to know? Join us tomorrow by this time tomorrow, 5 o'clock tomorrow, God willing. We'll be online to share with you the location of your spiritual world. God bless you. This is Kingdom Care. My name is Reverend Precious, and I will come your way again. Believe me, I will. And until then, share with us, share this video, help us, tell us what you think, what you've learned, or what we should improve on, and God bless you. In Jesus' name, amen.